Lay a blanket in front of the window. Unwrap the frame and shutters. Put the frame in the window to make sure it fits in the opening. It should have some clearance so it can be adjusted. If the frame does not fit in the arch, you will have to trim it down at the job site. To do this, you will need to mark where the frame does not fit with a pencil. Then take it outside and lay it face down on a blanket. Now set the depth on a trim saw so that you can trim to fit the opening. Be careful not to cut through the front of the frame. Now that the frame fits the opening, you can install the frame by putting one nail in the center of the arch. Take the left panel and install it in the frame and put the hinge pins in. Repeat this with the right panel. Be careful not to let it fall out of the opening. There is only one nail holding it. Now you can make adjustments to align the panels and put nails into the shutter frame. Take your time and check for panel gaps as you nail it in place. If you need to, use a little pry bar to pull the gaps in, then put in your nails. Now you're ready to caulk the frame in and fill the nail holes. It is best to caulk the frame in, including the arch. Clean and inspect the opening. Check the louvers to make sure they work. It is important not to force the louvers open. Due to the arch, they will only be able to open so far. Put a blanket in front of the opening and unwrap the shutter. Check to see if the frame or fan fit in the opening. If not, mark the area that needs to be trimmed. You can remove louvers by pressing the louver down to the center hub and pull the top of the louver out. This will make it easy to mark with a pencil. Be careful to keep the louvers in the order that they came out in. Also be careful not to lose the spring in the center hub. If you need to trim, lay it face down on a blanket. Set the depth of the trim saw or router to cut it away. Be careful not to cut through the face of the frame. Trim small amounts at a time, then check the fit. Now that it fits, you can install it in the opening. It is important that you make sure it is level on the bottom. If it is going above a shutter, you need to install the square shutter first, then set the fan on top of the shutter frame. Hold it in place and put one nail in the top face of the Z-frame. Now you can put the bottom nails in, one per side of the fan. If this is an inside mount, you will need to screw L brackets on the back of the fan and screw them into the opening. Circles will need to be nailed in the face of the frame. Install only as many nails as necessary for a secure and safe installation. Too many nails detracts from the appearance of the product. Now you are ready to caulk and fill all the nail holes. Pay special attention to the nails in the face of the frame. Use touch-up paint if needed. Clean and inspect the shutter. Make sure the louvers work, but remember that the louvers and arches don't open as much as standard shutters do.